Okay, we also have... What's that thing called? What is it? It's TikTok time, everybody. Back here again with some TikTok time with all the great pauses you know and love. With none of those cringe drinking shots for every pause and all the great story times that people were just crying for the return of. God, I uploaded that TikTok time with no pauses and people are like, Ludwig, your stories are what makes my day. I mean, you are truly the muse of our generation. To which I said, yes, story times abound. Anyway, let's take a look at 2 unusual memes videos and see if they got some lulz in store. Some lulz, lamaus, raffles. People still raffle? I don't know. I pretty much stick to lamau and lol these days. I'm kind of off the raffle train. You know, in France, they say I'm farting from laughing. That's true. This is a real thing. They type PDR, which stands for pet de rire, which means farting from I'm laughing so hard. I'm not only lolling, I'm lamauing, occasionally raffling, which makes my body move and I fart out of my butt. And that's how French people tell each other that something was funny, instead of LOL or lamau. Although I do think lol has made its way into their culture. Lol's a bit of a transcendent beast. That's the French for you. They also made bidets. But they made cringe bidets that you have to get up with poop in your butt, then walk over and then shit. Which is weird. I don't know why they did that. Anyway, let's ignore the French and let's look at the memes.
Ay, qué bonito bebé.
Oh, speaking of French, I had a viewer email me from Quebec saying that I was a little bit harsh on the Quebecois, calling them, quote-unquote, fake French, degenerate, knockoff Americans. And to that, I would like to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. I will see you in the Olympics, you fucks. You're going down. Taking her shit, dude.
It has to be an empty beer.
Yeah, no, it has to be a full beer.
It's gonna break.
Why would it break?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
A lot more pressure in it.
Yo, Connor, you bring the print in here? I gotta print my assignment, bro.
That's tough. That's a Maserati, bro. It's crazy how fragile cars are. I think about that sometimes. You spend money on a car, and if you hit anything, it's like a few thousand. Like anything. I was driving once from South Carolina to New Hampshire, which if you aren't aware, is one road. There's literally one road. I believe it's the 405, which goes from Maine to Florida. The 95. Sorry, I'm thinking California. Long ass road. You don't leave the goddamn road. And I was driving, and a little bit through like 9-10 hours, I was a little tired. It's a long drive. And I was at a stop sign, or stop light, red light, and I had Panera Bread. And if you don't know, Panera Bread goes dumb hard. All right, I get the chicken salad sandwich, and I get it with the chips. I went to Panera Bread with Eamon. He got an apple. Who are you fooling? Their apples are dog shit. Get the fucking chips. Stop trying to show off in front of everyone. Maybe a baguette to dip in your soup, understandable. An apple, this is for show. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, I'm eating it, and I have the sandwich in my passenger seat. I lean over, okay? The sandwich here, I'm driving. Sandwich here, I lean over, driving, red light. And as I lean, because I am tall, but admittedly, most of my height comes in my upper half, my bottom half is pretty short. I mean, if you just saw me from the leg down, all right, from tuchus down, you'd think I'm 4'6", all right, max. I'm 6 flat, guaranteed. But anyway, I lean over to eat it, all right, and my seatbelt was doing the thing where it's like, I'm like, fuck, come on. And I'm like frustrated that I'm a 20-plus-year-old man who's getting defeated by a child lock. So I lean over. I take a bite. And while I'm taking a bite, I had to take my eyes off the road to look at the sandwich, because half of enjoyment of food is looking at the food, smelling it, really using your senses. My foot lifts off the brake ever so slightly, and I just screech forward, and as this bite is going through my mouth, I hit the car in front of me. And I'm like, oh no. Maybe going 3, 4, maximum 5 miles an hour, I tapped this car, a love kiss, at a red light. The guy goes through the whole works, calls the police, right? Goes out of the car, gets down all the information. It's not even visible on my car because the only thing that hit was the license plate, which juts out ever so slightly from the car's frame. His car was like tagged up like a bit. Eventually, this bill rolls down to me, $2,400. And I'm like, what happened here? I understand cars are made to crumple like a chip bag so that you're safer, right? The more crumple, the less shock you get. But goddamn, can you not just fucking spit shine it? What's going on here? How am I getting hit for $2,400 on a 3-mile-an-hour collision? Not to mention the insurance is gonna go up. Fucking hell. So I paid it. So, otherwise he would do it through the insurance. Maybe I got scammed, but honest to God, if it goes through the insurance, it's probably not a scam. Because if you get an accident as a younger driver, your insurance goes up. And that's a monthly payment for like years until they get that off. So you guys say scammed, but honestly, paying out of the insurance usually saves you money in the long run because of how insurance works. Anyway, I got boomed. Moral of the story is, at least I drive a fucking Volkswagen Jetta instead of a goddamn Maserati, which probably 10x to repair this shit. Oh my God. They had this in New Hampshire. It's called the Turkish twist, I believe. I don't know if that's racially charged in some manner, but it was called that, I believe. Yeah, on hindsight, why the fuck did a New Hampshire amusement park brand itself after Turkey? I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. There's not that. It's 93% white in New Hampshire, so that doesn't make a lot of sense, but fair enough. Perhaps, I guess that's why they can get away with it, because we don't fucking know. One story from Canopy Lake Park, if you've ever been there, you'll know there's a ride called the Corkscrew, which is like a fast roller coaster. But then there's an older roller coaster, I believe a wood one. Someone in my chat will know. Yankee Cannonball. And at the end of 8th grade, they gave us a trip to Canopy Lake Park for all the 8th graders, a final hurrah. And at this time, I was dating a girl, but I was 8th grade dating a girl. And if you don't know what 8th grade dating a girl in America means, it means her friend told me she thought I was cute, and I told her friend that she was cute, and then we started dating. We never hung out outside of school ever, but we were dating, and we never kissed. But I went to her locker in between classes, which was a little inconvenient because I would sometimes show up late or I wouldn't get to goof off with my friends. So this is our first trip, and it's at Canopy Lake Park with the whole school. And we have never kissed to this point, and we are on the Yankee Cannonball with the startup that is cartoonishly long. Like 2 minutes. And I reach over, her name's Haley, and I like touch her hand. She touches mine. I wouldn't say holding, I would say just touching. And then I'm like, this has been so fun. And she's like, yeah, it's been like really great. And I thought that was enough, but it didn't get me anywhere. And I was like, this is like the greatest day ever. I'm so happy. And she's like, yeah, it's really great. And then it's just kind of silent. And then I look at her. I do this. Bear in mind, I have seen 10 Things I Hate About You, which if you don't know is a pretty cool coming of age story featuring Heath Ledger. So I'm pretty romantic for an 8th grader. And I throw on my charm and I look over to her. All right. And I says to her, hey, you're the most beautiful girl ever. And then she goes, oh, that's so sweet. And I go, for real. I'm so lucky to be dating you. And then she leans in for a kiss in a cartoonish way. Not how you actually kiss a human, but how 8th graders kiss humans because they don't know how to kiss humans yet. And I go in for the kiss too, and our lips touch. Bing! And you know what we do after that? We don't share a word for the remaining 5 minutes of that ride and for the rest of the day. And it was the greatest day of 8th grade ever.
I'm fucking horizontal.
Now she's pregnant. No, she became cool because she ended up smoking weed a lot, and she had a lot of parties at her house because her parents were cool. And I went to one of her parties once where they were doing a weed smoking circle where they sit in a circle and smoke weed. And I didn't know how to smoke weed, but I didn't want to be like, I don't know how to smoke weed, guys, because this is the first time I'd been invited to parties. It was like my junior year. And I didn't want to be like the guy who didn't know how to smoke weed because I only played Call of Duty Zombies all day. I was like, weed? Say it less. Pass that bowl over here. Turns out a bowl was not a bowl, so they handed me this little pipe looking thing. And I was like, this is the bowl? They're like, yep. And I'm like, say less. Apparently you're supposed to like hold it, and I was like kind of configuring it. I didn't really know. And this guy was like holding it for me, and he's like, I'll do it for you. I was like, that's fine, homie. That's how I usually do it. I don't like holding my own bowls. That's not how I smoke. I have people hold, you hold your own bowls? Cringe. People hold my bowls for me. What he did is eventually he took his finger off, and then a bunch of smoke went into my lungs because I was like sucking in a lot, and then it hit my lungs, and it was harsh. Apparently you're burning shit. And I went, and I did before doing a simple move like this. And you might be thinking, Ludwig, why does that matter? Well, if you cough into a bowl, what happens is the wind will go through the pipe and then reverse shoot it up. And I spit the volcanic ash that was weed everywhere. And I kind of ruined that bowl. And then I said, tight. And I walked away. I came back. The story doesn't end. An hour later, and I'm like, you guys smoking weed again? They were like, yeah. And I was like, tight. That's ill. I do that too. And they were like, eh. And I was like, on God, my throat just wasn't ready. I've soothed it a bit. I'm ready for this shit. And they're like, all right. And so I'm like doing it, and the guy's holding the bowl for me, and I'm like, relax, King. I'm doing this solo. I'm no bitch. Figured it out. I do it. And then every time, if you ever smoke weed in a pure pressure situation, the way you're supposed to get high is by having it enter your blood system by inhaling it into your lungs. So they're like, inhale it in your lungs. And I was like, say less, King. So I do it. And they're like, is it in the lungs? And I was like, whole time, I was like, I do not want to do drugs. This sounds terrible. Doing drugs sounds no fun. This has been nothing but stress. So this is in my mouth completely. And I'm like, and everyone's like, I'm kind of selling it. I'm a theater kid here, right? So I'm kind of selling it. And they're like, damn. You know, all but a chant starts. They're like, whoa, new kid. Finally, I go like, and you have to do, this is what you have to do. You got to do a little breath before you exhale to make it seem like it's, sheesh. You know, gotta let out a few coughs. Otherwise, they're gonna think you're faking it. Shit, man, that was crazy. Pass it over the next, walk away. I'm a fucking Chad. All right? I'm sitting outside the room leaning on the wall because they're on the balcony. I'm inside. And I hear them say this. That kid doesn't know how to smoke at all. So all in all, not a bad experience. 8 out of 10 would go to Haley's again.
Are you upset about the snow? I know. It really stinks.
Now, this reminds me of that time at Haley's where we did a circle of Stand on it! Stand on it! Yeah! Yeah! Oh.
Hey.
All right, it's coming down. 3, 2, 1.
Humans are so easily entertained. Drop thing from High Place will be content for the rest of humanity. There is a dedicated Australian YouTube channel for dropping things from high place. And they are wildly successful. And that is pretty much all they do. You can look through all their videos, and pretty much every single big video they have done is, uh-oh, that's a thing we're dropping from a high place. Another thing, thing, dropped from high place. That's it. That is all they do. And I'm not trying to talk shit on it. I just find it funny how simple we are as humans. It's got to be empty. That'd be crazy. An Ocean's 2 heist.
Hit the club to the...
You're so fucking stupid, dude. Oh my god. Dude, those are out of style. Except Europe.
Yeah.
If they say Americans are trying to compensate for something when they drive big Ford F-150s, are Europeans, you know, just like, sheesh, you know? Now, what's the best case scenario of hitting a golf ball from your garage? Oh, hitting the windshield of your neighbor. Right, okay, that's good. Oh, there was no golf ball? The club fell off? Oh, no.
Can we talk about the fact that, like...
Any last words? None.
Throw a thing from high place. There it is.
I'm on my sweater.
Nice shoot, fit.
There's like 70,000 people who found this like the funniest meme of the year. And it's going to be so hard for me to relate with them. Their humor is so broken. I feel so bad for you guys. Please, stay strong.
This is gonna break all the McWindows. Hey!
He's going to break the
That shit
McWindow.
costs McMoney. Stop! You need to stop! Get him a Happy Meal or something.
I do love the idea of them just being so patronizing and Mick everything. Here's your Mick paycheck.
Make him some fries.
You get some Mick benefits.
Oh, look, my mom's mailbox.
Smoke everywhere, bro. I just burned my fucking donut.
It's so chaotic sometimes. It stresses me out. Dude, nothing terrifies me more than driving down the highway and seeing those, like, just tire shreds. Because I know that could happen to, like, any driver at any moment. And it seems like the most terrifying thing ever to just randomly have your tire burst off. Don't do this. What? Why? Why? At least he poured the milk first, which is actually oftentimes representative of higher brain capacity. OMG, the fan just feel on my fucking head. Yeah, thank fucking God it did. Because what was that video for anyway? No, stop with these videos. I don't like videos that are just unnecessary waste. I mean, I definitely partake in unnecessary waste. I just don't like it still. I just hate it.
I'm gonna enjoy my cereal.
Like, it's kind of funny, I think, if you do like a hot tub stream, but the hot tub is only salsa. That would be a kind of funny thing to watch. But it would also be so much salsa wasted that I would never do that because it's so much salsa wasted. Do you know what I mean?
No,
I would PDR.
The fuck is that?
At first, I thought he was gonna make a pee-pee joke. Oh, okay.
Go.
That's gotta be outside of Weatherspoon. Yeah, you got this, bro. Nice. Big jump. Big jump. That's gotta hurt. Oh. Hey, good song. All right, boys, that's TikTok time. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hey, boys on YouTube, if you're watching this, hit the subscribe button. Stick around.